So this video is basically just going to be for memory purposes. So this whole entire video, every single fight in this video that you guys are going to see is from Prime MMA Legends. Before the rework, it was either when it was in testing phase or the few months of its first release. And you guys are going to see what I've been talking about in the Discord server as a game manager on the good old times of MMA Legends in its prime, how smooth PvP was, how fun it was with all the different styles, MMA-wise, and also the anime character inspired styles. And yeah, there's a lot of cool fights. I fought Crollo. In the first clip, I fought 7 Stacking on the first day of MMA Legends release, and Caleb watched the fight. Even Drowning Some was in that same exact server watching fights, said it was cool, and it was genuinely a really good time. And it would have been something great if it wasn't for the rework by now. But anyways, I just figured I'd post this video, compile all the clips that I had of Prime MMA Legends, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, before we get into the video, I actually forgot one thing that I needed to explain. This is regarding the labels I put, like OG, V1, and V2. The meaning of this is that style was changed. Most of them were changed, like stat-wise, but mostly ability-wise over time. The coolest one that I'll use as an example is the grappler style based off of Baki Hanma, which has 3 different versions. So OG means version 1. Any style that has OG next to it means that was the first version of the style. OG Grappler was really fun, especially with its whiplash barrage. I compare it to Shotgun right when it received its rework with how OP it was. And that's in this video. We have Grappler V2, which was also really cool. It was that roach dash into an armbar submission, and that one did a lot of damage if you did the ARG right, the little mini game. And honestly, Grappler has remained my favorite style and my main style. It's still the top 2 best styles damage wise, and it's genuinely one of the top 5 best styles in the game. I'd even say top 2 in current MMA Legends. And the same ratings for versions like OG and V1, V2 applies for which styles have been changed. Some stat-wise, but mainly ability-wise as well.
night to get you through another day. Let me be the one to numb you out. Let me be the one to hold you, never gonna let you get away. The shoulder you cry on, the dust that you die on. I can be your painkiller, killer, killer. Love me till it's all over, over. 'Cause I'm the shoulder you cry on, the dust that you die on. I can be your painkiller, killer, killer. I know what you want so desperately. You know I'll give you one for free. Forever you're coming back to me. Now I'm gonna give you what you need. 'Cause I know what you feed on and what you lean on and what you lean on. The shoulder you cry on, the dust that you die on. I can be your painkiller, killer, killer. Love me till it's all over, over. 'Cause I'm the shoulder you cry on, the dust here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it up till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Hey, yeah, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yeah. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me to the core and makes me stronger than before. It's not a question about trust, but we stand with us. Can you feel it? Make it real. Oh, I think it might wash away tonight. Awaken from this never-ending fight. It takes more than meets the eye. This war we're fighting is not just riding. Hey, yeah, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yeah. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. There's a rumble in the floor, so get prepared for war. When it hits, it'll knock you to the ground. When it shakes up everything around. But survival is a must, so we stand with us. Can you feel it? Make it real. Make me feel it. Oh, I think it might wash away tonight. Awaken from this never-ending fight. It takes more than meets the eye. This war we're fighting is not just riding. Hey, yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Hey, yeah, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yeah. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call.
I made this video because, especially as a game manager, I'm naturally will always be very passionate about MMA Legends, especially when it comes to its prime, its peak, and what it could have been. If it didn't need that rework, that was unavoidable. But by now, it would have been such a great game. And it was a great game back then, too, in its prime. And I just want to show you guys, what it was like. It genuinely deserved and earned its hype. And honestly, current state MMA Legends, all it would need is just for the bugs to be fixed and PvP to be just as smooth, and the game could 100% come back and genuinely be amazing. It used to average 10k to 20k CCU, and it would have been way more if the rework didn't happen and it just received content updates until now. Would have been such an amazing game. And it would be really cool to see a comeback and see that happen in the future. It would be nice. I personally had a lot of plans for it as a game manager. I was gonna have trading be brought into the game. I was gonna have trading and economy, ranked come into the game. We were already doing weekly and bi-weekly tourneys for cash and spin prizes, and Caleb had some really cool ideas that we were gonna implement, like auras for champions that win tournaments, etc. We had a lot of cool style ideas, which was supposed to be one of the last styles was going to be a whole new rarity called World Champion. It was going to be above mythical, and it was going to be called Grandmaster, the first style, which was going to be basically a cracked out version of karate with different animations, a different ability, and it was just going to be buffed as well. It was going to be one of the best styles, if not the best style in the game. It was going to be my personal favorite as well, and my main, because it was going to be fast and powerful. So very fun and OP. But anyways, I don't want to yap for too long. Again, if MMA Legends gets fixed, PvP becomes as smooth as it once was, and it starts receiving more consistent content updates, then this game still has a great chance, and it will still 100% do very well in the future, whenever that happens, or if it happens. And I'm going to end this video by showing you guys what current styles we have in the game, which are really cool, both MMA wise and also anime character styles. And I'll end the video on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and peace.